Hello everybody, Russ to Resurrection, Lynn and Bill back working on the upholstery job for the 1946 Willys CJ2A. Today we're going to start working on the driver and passenger seats, and we have the two pans here. Unfortunately, we didn't do very good calculating this and we don't have enough foam. So we need to go get some foam today so that we can do the rest of the upholstery on this. But we thought it would be a good idea before we went anywhere that we measured this up. So stick around, don't go away. We are going to measure these seat pans to figure out how much foam we need. If you've been following along, you know that we did that cushion upholstery in the back of the Jeep, in the back well of the Jeep. And we used a 3-inch foam. Unfortunately, the foam thickness on the front seats appears to be closer to a 4-inch. So we're going to go get a little bit thicker. It is something I am a little concerned about, and so was Lynn, that this might be too thin, so that when you sit on it, you get squished down in there and you get bumped around on the hard seat pans. So we are going to go buy a thicker foam. Now this is a 3 5/8, close enough to 4-inch for calculation point. This is the foam that I've been sitting on for years, and it's been comfortable. So I haven't had any sense that I need anything different than this. But we're going to go back and see if we can get some 4-inch foam to do these seats. I'm a little concerned that the 4-inch in the back and the 4-inch in the front may make this a very tiny seat, but we'll see how that all goes. Anyway, this video to start, we got to get some measurements before we go over to the fabric store and figure out how much foam we need. The original seat bottom on the driver's side, we're going to just kind of measure that. That's 18 by 15. And I know it works over here, and I don't have any reason to believe that it won't work over here as well. I cannot put it down completely because of the I wonder how that, well, we got some stuff to learn there too. So anyway, so this is the 3 5/8 or 4-inch. So we know that if we get enough foam just for the seat bottoms, that 18 by 15, and Lynn's written that down, is going to get us, I mean, we're going to actually overbuy. We'll buy bigger than what we need. But right now we're just trying to get a sense of what the minimum is. We're actually going to invent this as we go, because having never done this before, we don't have a clue what we're doing other than what we've watched for videos and read in books. And the fact is that that was an 18-inch, and I think we're going to do probably 20-inch. So we're going to do 20 by, what was that, 20 by 15, 18? Yeah, we're going to go a little bit wider, so we're going to call it 20 by 15, not 18 by 20. We're also going to make the back of the back cushion, or the back of your front cushion, we're going to make that the full width. The one that is on here originally is narrow, and that's 18. And that's going to be 18 by 20. All right, that is the driver's side. And when we look at the passenger side, that's also 20 by 15. Is that what we said?
Well, that's what
20 by 15. So we're going to have two of them that are 20 by 15. And then the back of this seat is also 18 inches wide. So we're going to do 18 by 20 as well. So we're going to have two at
driver's side, passenger
Oh, I
side.
see what you did. Okay. So that's just the cushion. Once we've got the cushion here, we then have to begin to cut it out so that we can build the skirting or the, what do they call the thing around the edge?
Yeah,
Yeah, the outside edge of it, this outside edge, because we're going to put piping on this, just like we did those,
boxing.
we're going to box it, right, boxing.
That's the boxing goes
Yeah,
on.
so we're going to do piping around the top edge, just like we did on the cushions for the back. And then the boxing gets attached to the side, and then the seat tops get attached to the top of the piping. Anyway, so we're going to do all of that. And we just need to make sure we've got the right amount of material to do this. Now, here's something interesting. We bought all this material at Joann's Fabric. And right now, unless you've been hiding under a rock or have never been involved with this, Joann's Fabric is a very old store, and supposedly they are going either out of business or they've been bought out by somebody. You thought?
Yep, they declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy,
Okay, I
and they've
didn't.
got new owners,
Supposedly.
new ownership owners, yes.
Okay. So anyway, we want to get up to our local store before they close, and there's a couple of options we've got here in this area, but there's one called Frank's, and Frank's is a great store too, and then there's Joann's. How come everybody has a first name, Joann's and Frank? I don't know.
Husband and wife divorced.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, we're going to go see if we can get some cushions. We've got the leather, so that's all done. But we need to go get the cushions, because we can't cut the leather until we cut the cushions, because the cushions are the foundation.
They dictate the size of the leather to be cut.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So we got to do that now. So we're going to head out and get that. When we come back, we're going to do a couple things. I also need to clean that pan. I got to wire brush it and repaint it. This is a flat black, and I bought flat black paint for the other pans. So in this episode, we're going to do both. We're going to fix that pan or get that scraped down and painted, the flat black, and then we're also going to start the cushion process. Don't go away, guys, because it'll be a 5-second trip for all of you. Well, that didn't work out. Turns out Joann Fabric Everywhere is not only going out of business, but they are liquidating faster than they can stock shelves. Literally, there is nothing left up there, hardly at all. So we ended up going to Frank's. Frank's is another really good store. It's a local store. I really prefer to support local before I support a chain. But Frank didn't have what we needed exactly, so we ended up having to order it. So it is on order, and it will be here on Monday or Tuesday, so we can then begin to upholster those seats. But we're not going to end it here. While I'm waiting for the foam, we are going to wire wheel, sand, and paint that old seat pan so that it matches more closely the new one that we got from Kaiser Willys. Well, this video didn't go the way I planned. I'd hoped to get right down to upholstering these seats, but I had to order those cushions or that cushion material. So anyway, we're going to end it right here with the painting of the seat pan. I got to tell you, this came out really nice. We got rid of most of the rust and scale, repainted it, and it's going to be good enough. So I love this stuff. I love this restoration stuff. I love making it pretty. So that's part of what we're doing here. If you're following the channel, you know we're not only doing the upholstery job. I've got to rewire or install the new fuel gauge on the CJ2A. Get that wired up so it works before these seats go back in. The CJ5 working on that Dauntless V6. We got that all pulled apart, and you would have seen that in the last video. I've been talking around. I got to get that. Got arrangements already made to get that to a machine shop to get it cleaned and tested. And when that goes out, I'll bring you guys along for that ride, I think. And then when we get it back, we'll start painting it. I've also got another video coming out where we talk about the serial numbers on that Dauntless V6. That will be fun. That'll be a little history story for me. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Always trying to grow this thing. Guys, I love you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.